बायोलॉजी एंड इम्यूनिटी पर
राजेश
उनके जो फाउंडर है फिलिप टेम्पर उन्होंने एक बुक लिखी थी
वो मंगाइए
उसमें
तो
बहुत
ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी के बारे में क्या क्या पढ़ा?
सर ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी के बारे में ये पढ़ा है कि ह्यूमंस जो है वो जब पहले से इवॉल्व हुए थे तो उनका जो ब्रेन था वो अभी तक उसी आदिवासियों के सूटेबल रहने की तरह ही अडेप्ट हुआ था। अब क्या हुआ, वो नया युग आ गया है तो हमारे ब्रेन को क्या होता था, वो इंस्टेंट डोपामिन हार्मोन को चेज करता था। अब आजकल इंस्टेंट डोपामिन कहाँ से मिलता है, वही जो बच्चे रील्स वगैरह देखते हैं उससे।
डोपामिन क्या करता है?
सर डोपामिन ब्रेन को स्टिमुलेट करता है, फील गुड रिवॉर्ड केमिकल होता है जो ब्रेन को स्टिमुलेट करता है, उसको गुड बनाता है। जैसे आप खेलने जा रहे हो और खेल रहे हो तो उससे डोपामिन मिलेगा। आपने कोई एक रील देखी उससे आपको डोपामिन मिलेगा, पर रील हमेशा बदलती रहती है।
एपिनेफ्रिन के बारे में सुना?
एपिनेफ्रिन ये सर वो भी एक हार्मोन है जो ब्रेन को स्टिमुलेट करता है।
क्या करता है?
सर इसके बारे में कम पढ़ा है मैंने, वो थोड़ी हायर क्लासेस
ये हायर क्लासेस नहीं है वो, इसको कहते हैं फाइट एंड फ्लाइट हार्मोन।
एड्रेनलिन वाला
एड्रेनलिन सेम नाम है, एपिनेफ्रिन एंड एड्रेनलिन सेम।
सर मैं एड्रेनलिन नाम से जानता हूँ उसको। वो फाइट एंड फ्लाइट रिस्पांस वाला मतलब कि बॉडी को पूरी एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करता है फाइट करने के लिए या फ्लाइट करने के लिए।
या तो भाग जाओगे या लड़ोगे।
तो सर टॉपिक पे वापस आते हैं। अब जो वो शॉट्स होते हैं वो हर समय बदलते रहते हैं। उस पे कभी कोई डांस करके दिखा रहा है, कभी कोई म्यूजिक कर रहा है या फिर कोई कुछ और करके दिखा रहा है। तो सर वो हमेशा ना डोपामिन डोज है वो बढ़ती रहती है, क्योंकि हमारा जो ब्रेन है वो इवॉल्व हुआ है कि अपने जो आदिवासी फ्रेंड है हम उनकी बात सुने, कि उनका कोई भी छोटा मोटा झगड़ा है उसको सुने और बाद में अगर कोई कंक्लूजन होगा तो हमें पता चलेगा कि हम किसकी साइड रहेंगे। इसलिए शॉर्ट्स में सब अपना कंक्लूजन देते हैं, इसलिए हमारा माइंड उसमें लॉस्ट हो जाता है।
और अगर कोई आदमी योगा करता है तो क्या होता है, क्या डिफरेंस होता है?
सर योगा करने में वो अपना जो माइंड है उसको कंसंट्रेट करते हैं हमारे सिंगल पॉइंट। अब जितनी भी डिस्ट्रैक्शन थी वो निकल जाती है।
नहीं, व्हाट हैपेंस टू डोपामिन?
डोपामिन सर
अभी दोनों कोरिलेट किया कभी?
मेडिटेशन में
डोपामिन प्लस योगा, इन दोनों में क्या रिलेशन है?
How does meditation affect dopamine?
meditation
Does it affect positively or negatively?
it must affect positively because it's way better than scrolling on any social media platform.
तो मतलब मेरा सवाल नहीं समझे। डोपामिन इज बेसिकली वी आर प्रेजेंटली जब होते हैं प्लेजर ओरिएंटेड होते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ डोपामिन। हर वक्त हम कुछ ना कुछ अच्छी चीज़ जो हमें अच्छा लगे उसी को देखने की कोशिश करते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ डोपामिन। अब हम जब योगा करते हैं देन वी कंट्रोल आवर अर्ज, उस समय हम कंट्रोल करते हैं अपनी अर्ज को, किसी भी किस्म की अर्ज को कंसंट्रेट करके।
So yoga
मतलब वो बेसिकली हमारे डोपामिन की उसको घटाता है, मतलब हम हमारा जो एक प्लेजर सीकिंग बिहेवियर है उसको कम करता है।
Oh, so you're trying to explain that when we have a lot of dopamine urge to seek it, then the normal baseline gets very high. That means if we are not on that baseline, we will not feel normal. And if we do yoga, then that baseline drops because we are not getting dopamine, and that makes
Rather it decreases the urge to always look forward to dopamine from our body itself. It doesn't feel requirement of dopamine.
yes, that's the same fact. When we do too much farming of dopamine, then our baseline rises. That means once we feel normal in no dopamine, but now it has risen, so we won't feel normal without that much level of dopamine.
Exactly. Now we are getting.
So if you just try to read a book with a high baseline of dopamine, you will not find it interesting. But if you just reduce that baseline by doing yoga, by doing boring things that decrease the usage of dopamine, then the baseline gets lower and lower. And books also give a lot of dopamine. So books that become interesting as the baseline is lower.
How is it?
Simply, we can say meditation regulates the dopamine level. It regulates the dopamine level because too much dopamine may harm. Means
Always thinking of
make something
dopamine, always if our body is always seeking a dopamine, high values of dopamine, then we rather fall in their clutches. We will develop OCD and that kind of problems because our behavior will be concentrated on that particular thing which rises our dopamine level.
Yes, because any level of serotonin becomes painful. OCD, if any level of dirtiness is of anything, then the dopamine which is that high and serotonin is regulated. So any small level of serotonin becomes
हाँ ये तो है ये तो है जब
Would you like to say something about the education system?
Yes.
Which system do you prefer, you like most in the world?
I like the German education system because it offers students a variety of things that they can do before graduating and while studying. They had this very complicated system about it. They will divide students into three groups. The ones which are average, the ones which have some interest in study, and the ones which have a lot of interest in study. So the ones that had average levels of study, they were sent to the gymnastics club. They will do sports, or if they want, they can pursue what they want. And also about the German education system before graduating, it offers students 2 years or 3 years to travel to the world and to actually understand what and how many types of people they will find. If you get trapped in your house, not to travel to do not travel to other parts of the world, then you will get more aggressive because you have not seen people's behavior in other countries, etc.
Why do people from other places find very interesting in India while they visit India? Why?
That's the same as we find some things interesting in Germany because we have not seen it before. If somebody sees
No,
something worse,
even if you visit some Western cultures, they'll rather like Indian traditions or cultures much more than in the European countries and so. Have you ever studied about this?
not much about social life.
Because those places are much disciplined, much organized. While in India it is at your will. It is haphazard. It is everywhere. People
I
are
wanted to do everything.
people of India have more freedom than anywhere else. So while they come in India, they are rather surprised by seeing changes in every 1 kilometer or 2.
Yes.
The languages
Because,
changes, the traditions changes, everything changes, society changes.
yeah, in the USA it's just a straight line. Traditions don't change much. But you can also
In
see
US there are different ethnic groups even in US because US was never a place for the people who are living there are mostly Europeans and the Europeans from Spain, Europeans from Italy, Europeans from Switzerland, Europeans from British, even the Britishers and the people of the Native Americans are called Red Indians. So they have different cultures over there. But Europe is mostly a single unified type of people living in at one particular place. So they doesn't find very variety of people living. While in India you will find variety changes every kilometer or 2.
60 kilometers and the language shifts.
Language changes, everything. But they are rather fascinated by what happens in India. All the time people are speaking different languages. How do they communicate with each other? Things changes. This is what they like in India.
Because it's diverse but unified.
Totally diverse plus unified. That is the right word.
So unity in diversity.
Unity in diversity. Very good, yeah.
That's why we EDP.
I think this elephants have a lot of boring.
Nowadays, this is in trend. No.
Now everything, the whole paradigm of intelligence has changed from IQ to EQ. Even for the IAS officers. What do you want to become in future?
In life.
I want to become either an ISRO or a BARC high level officer.
Scientist.
He wants to go for scientific research and become a scientist. Now, the paradigm which has shifted from IQ to EQ. EQ basically is emotional question. studying about the emotions of people rather than intelligence of people. So हम जो शिफ्ट कर रहे हैं EQ में वो इसलिए कि हम जो डील करते हैं हम डील करते हैं सोसाइटी से। आप तो एक फील्ड में जाना चाह रहे हो, you have chosen a scientific temperament and scientific future for you. So you might be living with the people who are of the scientific background and who are more intelligent than in the field of particular fields. Rather, they have higher level of IQs. But on our side, when we are in administrative jobs or we are in the line of where we meet people, then we are supposed to have more EQ than IQ.
You also understand what people feel
What
that they
feels?
should.
I don't want to. For example, he is sitting before me. I won't be rather. I won't be passionate. I won't rather think about his intelligence rather than I will be more inclined towards learning his emotions. How do you feel? How do you feel about the government? How can I solve his problem? If I won't be seeing through his eyes, how can I will be understanding his problem? That is basically the whole motive of EQ.
So that's the definition of EQ's football and civilization bullshit.
No, it is emotional posture. Emotional.
Bullshit.
First of all, learning your own emotions. Because your own emotions clouds the learning of others' emotions.
So we want to learn how we react to others.
Exactly. First our own emotions, then learning the other person's emotions, and then the basic interaction between the people. This is the whole motive of emotional quotient. The more of right now the focus is on EQ because most of the people involved in officer lines who deal with public should have more EQ than IQ.
Because if they're more IQ, then they will just focus on how
They will not be very inclined towards others' problems. They will be more inclined towards their learning. Basically, EQ is more or less learning. Sorry, IQ is more or less learning. That is why I was asking you, have you ever learned studied about learning? Learning gives you more IQ. Interpersonal relationships, talks, it increases your EQ.
Yes, because you will understand the other's emotions better if you talk.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
So we can say in, IQ makes
Now-
makes an
now-
individual important.
अब सबका EQ उन सबका EQ समझते हुए थोड़ा सा काम उनका करना है, नहीं तो वो मुझे गाली देंगे कि आप बैठ के बतिया रहे हो और हम बाहर खड़े हैं, राइट? तो आप बैठो। बिल्कुल।
He belongs to
I don't know what is
Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil
He was a Brazilian and he was the one who was considered as defying the laws of physics while hitting the ball. Few of his kicks are such that it has diverted approximately 60 degrees. The ball has, yes. The ball went this way. Exactly the banana kick. It shifted from its direction like this and again it entered the
So that's
goal.
basically physics in football.
What did he
is
do?
also there. Not only physics.
And the reason why the ball curves is very complex.
How does it complex?
Because
Why
the
it is
way
complex?
it spins and the way it reacts to the air around it makes it curve. So if you take a very heavy ball, there's a very less chance of it curving because it is lesser affected by the area. But if you take a very light ball, then it has a much more surface area to volume ratio to curve because then the air around it can affect it more than the ones that are
Have you ever tried that?
Yes.
How does it happen?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever tried curving the ball?
Yes, many times I've curved it.
How do you place your palm while kicking the ball while you are turning the ball?
So this one like this, so it hits the toe and spins around it that way it curves.
There is a small saying in the football world that is called "bend it like Beckham." Have you heard about that? The phrase "bend it like Beckham." That bend is the something which curves the ball.
Yes.
That bend of your feet. How do you bend that feet?
At what particular angle you are hitting the ball?
Yes. For example, if we hit the ball at a easily 30 degrees, then it won't come because it has much more side we can say side momentum than the front momentum. But if you kick a ball at a specific angle closer to 45 degrees, then it has both side and front momentum, so it can curve that way. And